Today we're going to be looking at some bad Magic the Gathering combos. We're going to start off with the combo suggested by Hexanort with Grinding Station. It's a 2-mana artifact, tap, sack an artifact. You gotta mill 3 cards from a player's deck. And whenever an artifact comes into play, you can untap your Grinding Station. It's going to combo with Nuka-Cola Vending Machine. I hope you got a lot of money for them Coca-Colas, those Nuka-Colas. Pay 1, tap, create a food token. But the most important thing is whenever you sacrifice a food, create a tap treasure token. Now that treasure token is going to end up being very important because we have Gorman's Talent. And at level 1, during your turn, artifacts you control are food in addition to their other types and have, pay 2, tap, sack, and gain 3 life. That means this treasure token is a food token because that's exactly what Gorman's Talent says. Artifacts you control are food. Basically, turn any type of scrap into some delicious snack. And then whenever you sack, and remember, whenever you sack a food, you create a tap treasure token, which means we sack our food to grind 3 cards. And this card says when we sack a food, we're going to get a treasure, which is an artifact, which means we get the grinding station. But that treasure is also a food, which we can sacrifice again to the grinding station and repeat that for forever. Okay, next up, Cosmic Seeds with Stasis. Well, these are always... when we say bad, we mean it barely works. Not like it's frustrating to play against. Frozen Ether and Chronotog? Basically half of this combo, or 2/3, are a combo. So Chronotog is this card, skip your next turn. Chronotog gets +3/+3 until end of turn. It uses ability only once. And I think your idea with Stasis is players skip their untapped steps, but you're never going to have an untapped step, so you don't have to worry about it. You just wait forever. I don't know. Actually, what is the point? Frozen Ether, 4 mana. Artifacts, creatures, and lands your opponent's control come into play tap. So what's the plan here? Oh, you're going to mill people out. So everything has to come into play tapped. You never get to your upkeep because you're perpetually just foregoing your turns. You decide to skip infinite numbers of turns and let everyone... can anyone get out of this lock? Maybe with Force of Vigor, I suppose. That's possible. Force of Vigor, the Frozen Ether, and the Stasis. And it happens. Mill, you never draw... Well, mill, you mean you'll just pass the turn until everyone's taken their turn. Okay, next up, let's take Toilet Duck with Call the Spirit Dragons. Call the Spirit. In play, kick Rite of Replication. Targeting Niv-Mizzet Reborn. These are a lot of good cards. Toilet Duck. To win the game on the next upkeep with Cal's ability. Okay, so Niv-Mizzet Reborn, ETB, reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each color pair, put a card into your hand. So you want to Rite of Replication this thing. Create a token that's a copy of target creature. If the spell was kicked, create 5 tokens. You're going to have 5 Niv-Mizzets. You're going to draw your entire deck. Then Call of the Spirit Dragon says, dragons you control have indestructible. Well, they don't have legend rule proofness. At the beginning of your upkeep, for each color, put a +1/+1 counter on a dragon you control of that color. If you put a +1/+1 counter on 5 dragons this way, you win the game. Hold on, does Rite of Replication ignore legendary? No, it does not. I don't understand how this combo works outside of drawing a billion cards. Because this card ain't gonna do that much. These are legendary creatures. Yeah, legend rule. It gets everybody. I don't think this combo... I mean, it still does something, but it's not... I don't think it's going to completely do the thing that you want. You will draw a lot of cards, though. What you do with them, I have absolutely no idea from here. Next up, we got Benjamin Berkey with Varchild's War Riders and Ward of Bones. This is going to be interesting. This sounds like a really old school combo. Super old school. So, Varchild's War Riders, 2 mana, 3/4 human warrior, commutative upkeep, put a 1/1 red survivor creature token into play under an opponent's control, trample, rampage 1. So we're giving them creatures, all right? You can have as many creatures as you want. Come block me. Ward of Bones, a 6-mana artifact. Each opponent who controls more creatures than you can't play creature cards. The same is true for artifacts, enchantments, and lands. Oh, that is... Got him! So this is actually really creative. Yeah, so you're going to give them creatures, more useless creatures than they want, and then they're locked out of playing the good stuff. And you're constantly giving them worse creatures. I mean, the only problem is they're probably going to start attacking with their 1/1s relentlessly. It's not like you want to block them too much. It would be awkward, because then it gets them... Well, I don't know. You just don't have to play any creatures. This thing ain't giving you creatures. Okay, next up, Algot with Hunted Bone Brute. Into Deadpool. The trading card. Oh, it's a new one. Okay, we're gonna go into Deadpool. Yes, that's what the card is called. I believe you. Hunted Bone Brute is a 3-mana 6/2 skeleton beast with menace. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 2 1/1 white dog creature tokens. Wow, that actually works really well with the last card. Last combo we just looked at. When Hunted Bone Brute dies, each opponent loses 3 life, disguise for 2. So what you want to give the abilities? Deadpool the trade. Deadpool. Do we see this? Is it on Scryfall yet? There you go. Deadpool the trading card. 4 mana. It's like Spaceballs the movie. 4 mana for a 5/3. As Deadpool enters, you may exchange its text box and another creatures. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 3 life. Pay 3, sack this creature. Each other player draws a card. So what you want to steal this ability? When Bone Brute enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 2 1/1 white dog creature tokens. When Bone Brute dies, each one. So you want to exchange, but then hold on, I don't get it. I don't understand this combo, to be honest. Even though that's 2 cards, it's got disguise. Do you want to sacrifice the Bone Brute or something and then try to get the ability, because the ability is then put on the Deadpool? As far as I understand here. Anyway, some clarification needed. I honestly don't even... This is going to create a ton of rules nightmares. I don't have no idea how Deadpool is going to interact with, 50 cards. 50,000s of cards out there. Next up, let's take a look at Matthew Green with Panharmonicon. Eldrazi Displacer, Brood Monitor, then deck him out with Infinite Blinking of Thought-Knot Seer. Harmonicon. Eldrazi Displacer. This is an old combo, actually. You want Brood Monitor in there. Eldrazi Displacer, huge combo card. You want then deck them with Infinite Blinking Thought-Knot Seer. Okay, let's see how this all works. Panharmonicon, if an artifact or creature, any ET being, which cause a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Oh, interesting. So then we have Eldrazi Displacer, pay 3 mana, exile target creature, then return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Then we have Brood Monitor, enters the battlefield, put 3 1/1 colorless Eldrazi sign creature tokens onto the battlefield. They have sack this creature, add 1 mana to your mana pool. Does that go infinite with this? Oh, you get double. That's right. If an artifact or creature entering the battlefield causes a trigger. So between Brood Monitor and Eldrazi Displacer, you have infinite mana. And then you want to blink your Thought-Knot Seer. When it enters the battlefield, look at your opponent's hand, take a card from it. But when it leaves the battlefield, target opponent draws a card. So you just have to blink the Thought-Knot Seer infinite times, and your opponent will be forced to draw their entire deck. Very nice. Very nice. Lestian with Sus Combo X on Discord. All right, you can suggest combos in my Discord. I will look for them, and they're free. Oh, where's the combo cards? Where's bad combos? There we go. Bad combos. And I'm looking for Sus Combo X. So this is for anyone that is suggesting 4 or more cards. Also, you have to explain the combo. You didn't explain the combo. Okay, so we have Dance of the Manse, sorcery, return up to X target artifacts and or non-or enchantment cards, each with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If X is 6 or more, those perms are 4/4 creatures in addition to other types. Call the Spirit Dragon. Oh, this one. Indestructible Dragons. At the beginning of your upkeep, for each color, put a 1/1 counter on target dragon you control of that color. On a dragon you control of that color. If you put a +1/+1 counter. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I understand. So hold on. At the beginning of your upkeep, for each color, put a 1/1 +1/+1 counter on a dragon you control of that color. If you put a +1/+1 counters on 5 dragons this way, you win the game. I see. So yeah, so that last combo definitely didn't work because you don't have enough dragons in play. Let's see if this one will work. A Killer Among Us. When a Killer Among Us enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human, a blue merfolk, and a red goblin creature token. Then secretly choose human, merfolk, or goblin. Sacrifice a Killer Among Us, reveal the chosen creature type. If a target attacking creature token is the chosen type, put 3 +1/+1 counters on it, and it gains Death Touch until end of turn. I have no... Why is this even important? And then Leyline of Transformation for 4 mana. If Leyline of Transformation is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with it on the battlefield. When it enters, choose a creature type. Creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So I'm guessing you're going to choose Dragon. Dragon helps you combo with this card. And then return up to X target artifact and or non-or enchantments from the graveyard, and what you're going to bring back a Killer Among Us and then make a bunch of dragons. I think that's how this is working. Remember, when you post cards in the Discord, you got to give me an explanation. That's the whole point of it. See, this is 4 more cards. I don't know how this works. It's just a bunch of cards to me. It's just a bunch of cards to me. But I think I got the idea. And if 4 cards doesn't make it work, well, then maybe we got to go to 5 cards. Next super chat from Dangerous One. Let's look at the near-death experience. Final Fortune. Into Stunning Reversal. All right. What do we got here? Near-death experience. If you at the beginning of your upkeep, if you got 1 life, congratulations, you've won the game. And then Final Fortune is 2 mana instant. Take an extra turn after this one. At the end of that turn, you lose the game. Well, what do we want to do? We want to win the game or lose the game around here? 4 mana instant. The next time you would lose the game this turn, instead draw 7 cards, and your life total becomes 1. Exile Stunning Reversal. So I guess the idea is play Final Fortune, force yourself to lose the game. You're not going to lose the game. Instead, you're going to have 1 life, and that 1 life is going to help you win with near-death experience. I love it. Great. That is a great bad combo. Okay, next up, we've got... we have Collector Invest says, any combos for Just Guy Precon upgrade? Keep watching. Keep watching, Collector. We might find one. Next up. Christopher B with too many cards. 4 more cards, got to be in the Discord. And you have to explain it. Three or less cards, I will take it from chat. I will take it from chat. Okay, let's take one from Alan. Celestine, the Living Saint. Core Tapper. Magistrate Scepter. All right, let's take a look at this. We got Celestine, the Living Saint. It's a 5 mana 3/4 human warrior with flying and lifelink and healing tears. At the beginning of your end step, return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, where X is the amount of life you gained this turn. We gotta gain some life around here then. Okay, Core Tapper. Tap, put a charge counter on target artifact. Sack it, put 2 charge counters on an artifact. And I guess Magistrate Scepter needs some charge counters. Pay 4, tap, put a charge counter on Magistrate Scepter, but we're going to use Core Tapper to speed it up a little. We're going to use Core Tapper to speed it up a little bit. Tap, remove 3 charge counters from Magistrate Scepter. Take an extra turn after this one. Okay, so is this infinite? Remove 3 charge counters, and then Celestian. Oh, at the beginning of your end step, return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. We're gonna bring back the Core Tapper, so we can get another extra turn off the Magistrate Scepter. Great combo. Okay, next, let's take a look from Jack Solaris. Upgrade to Ben's combo. It's an upgrade, huh? Ward of Bones. Oh, you're going to do the same thing. Var Child's War Riders and Var Child Betrayer of Keldor. So you're throwing in 1 extra card. Okay, so we saw these 2 cards already, the Ward of Bones and the Var Child's War Riders. So you're just trying to make it more consistent? Whenever Var Child Betrayer of Keldor deals combat damage to a player, that player creates that many 1/1 red survivor creature tokens. Survivors your opponent's control can't block. Well, that makes it useless. That makes the blockers useless. And then they can't attack you or a planeswalker you control. This card is absolutely insane in this combo. When Varchild leaves the battlefield, gain control of all survivors. This is sick. Is this a new card? This is an old card. It's a lot of money, though. You don't understand? So the idea is with Ward of Bones, each opponent who controls more creatures than you can't play creature cards. So the idea is give them creatures. So if you give them creatures in the form of tokens, great! Then they can't play any good stuff. All their actual good creatures are stuck in their hand. Next up, Matthew says, is Rule of Law and Possibility Storm a good combo or a bad combo? I don't even know. Rule of Law with Possibility Storm. Wait, is it just prevents them from playing stuff? So, Rule of Law, 1 spell a turn. That's it. Take only 1 candy from the Halloween basket. Possibility Storm says, whenever a player casts a spell from their hand, that player exiles it, and then exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a card that shares a card type with it. That player casts the card without paying its mana cost. Then they put all cards exiled this way with Possibility Storm on the bottom of their library in any order. This is great! It's a great bad combo. I've never heard of this thing before. It's in Boros, for anyone that needs it. Just lock it. It's like, but it locks you out too. It locks everyone out of the game. Whatever the game state is, that's it. It doesn't change. Unless you can play activated abilities. Old boy with Ulvenwald Hydra and Infinite Reflection and Living Plane. Okay, the Hydra is a 6 mana star. Reach, power and toughness, each equal to number of lands you control. And enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a land card, put onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Then we have Infinite Reflection, 6 mana enchant creature. When Infinite Reflection enters the battlefield, attached to a creature, Infinite Reflection enters the battlefield attached to a creature. Each other non-token creature you control becomes a copy of that creature. Non-token creatures you control enter the battlefield as a copy of enchanted creature. What? Okay, so what? Everything is the Hydra? You may search your library for a land card. So each Hydra gets a land, which makes them bigger. Then Living Plane. All lands are 1/1 creatures that are still lands, which are also Hydra. You're gonna like basically look through your entire deck for all every single Hydra. That's absolutely crazy. This is good. Algot says the Niv Mixer combo from before plus Mirror Gallery. Oh, you're fixing your Niv Mizzet combo with Mirror Gallery. Okay, we had that Niv Mizzet Reborn combo. Well, I guess it wasn't Niv Mizzet Reborn. Okay, you want Mirror Gallery to be added. Okay, that works. The legend rule doesn't apply. There we go. We fixed it. Okay, John. Let's take a look at John's super chat. Tabernacle. How is that combo with anything? Living Plane and Guy's Cradle? This sounds incredibly evil. This is an insane... This is the most expensive combo of all time. Just to troll your friends. Okay, so step 1, we got Tabernacle at Pendrel Vale. All creatures have, at the beginning of your upkeep, sack the creature unless you pay 1. And all their lands are creatures. So you're basically going to be paying 1 to keep your land in play, which makes the land useless. And then, but you don't have to worry about it because you have Gaia's Cradle. And this card is going to tap for green for all your lands in play. Because all your lands are creatures. I like this is a fantastic combo. This is the most expensive combo I think that has ever been featured on Coffee and MTG ever. What is it? This is like $1,000. This is like $200. This is $3,000. This is a $4,000 combo, and it's pure evil. Okay, next up, we're gonna get one from. Okay, Christopher B, you got a 3-mana combo, Nexus, in-name, Zenith Flare. Okay, that's good. Good enough for me. Masked Wood Nexus, a very popular card for all the bad Magic the Gathering combos. E-name, Death, Aspect, and Zenith Flare. Okay, Masked Wood Nexus, artifact, creatures of controller, each creature type. And then pay 3 tap, make a 2/2 shapeshifter. All creature types. Iname Death Aspect 4/4 comes into play. You may search your library for any number of spirit cards and put them into your graveyard. If you do, search your library, shuffle your library. And then Zenith Flare. It deals X damage to any target, and you gain X life, where X is the number of cards with a cycling ability in your graveyard. What? Make your creatures in library all with cycling into spirits. Dump them all with a name. Blast. Okay, hold on. When it comes into play, you may search your library for any number of spirit cards. Oh, that is weird. Okay, so basically, the whole deck is just full of cycle cards. Or what's it called? Yeah, cycling cards. So you then make Maskwood Nexus Spirit. Get all your spirits. Spirits in spirit. Put them in the graveyard. They're all cyclers, though. And then Zenith Flare somebody to death. That is the spirit of bad Magic the Gathering combos. I'll tell you what. Reddit Lex, thank you very much for your super chat. Living Plane and Goblin Sharpshooter. Living Plane is popular today. It's just the combo card today. All lands are 1/1 creatures, and you want Goblin Sharpshooter. You want people to be afraid of this guy? Oh no, it's him, the Sharpshooter. Doesn't untap during your untap step, but whenever a creature dies, you get to untap your Sharpshooter. Tap, ping off those little stupid lands. They die, it untaps until all the lands are dead. Next up, let's take a look at Trisaru, Lily Splash Mentor. That's a very cute name. It's a cute card, actually. You want Gray. You want Gary, Gray Merchant of Asphodel. I have no idea how is this supposed to work with a Simic card. And a whole bunch of black permanents on board. How's that supposed to work? Okay, so if there's a bunch of black permanents on the board, this Gray Merchant of Asphodel will drain people big time, because when it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life, where X is your devotion to black. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. And then we got Lily Splash Mentor, the 4-mana 4/4 with reach. 3 mana, exile another target creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter. Activate only as a sorcery. You know, I can only imagine how janky this deck is, that you're loading with. It's deep on like mono black, and then you just randomly have like blue and green in for this one frog. Super jank. Steve Cooper, 19 mana, and you can have Bootleg Immortality combo on Discord with the cards above explained. Oh, thank you so much. To the Discord! It's called 19 mana. And you have it up here? Okay, 19 mana. Okay, so the idea is step 1. Can we see step 1? Okay, step 1, Leech's Mastery, Darksteel Plate, and Platinum Empyrean on field. Equip Plate to Platinum Empyrean. You have effective immortality until an exile-based board wipe. That's not too hard. I don't think that's too hard to explain. Yeah, we have Leech's Mastery. You can't lose the game. It has hexproof. Whenever you gain life, you draw that many cards. Whenever you lose life, for each one life you lost, exile a permanent you control or a card from your hand. And when it leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. Well, we don't intend on it to lose the game. Platinum Empyrean, your life total don't change. And also Darksteel Plate, indestructible. Equipped creature has indestructible. So this thing is not going. This thing's not going to go anywhere, and therefore, we're not going to lose anything. What is the benefit to this card? You can't lose the game. So you really can't lose the game. You can't lose life, and your life total isn't going to change. Whenever you gain life, draw that many cards. Oh, but you still get a draw card, as usual, every single turn. I do not think that was the most complicated combo ever. Gabrielle, thank you so much for your combo. Solfim, Mayhem Dominus, and Heartless Hidetsugu. So heartless, Hidetsugu. Why are you so heartless? 5 mana, 4/3. Tap. Deals damage to each player equal to half that player's life total, rounded down. But how are we going to get rid of the other half? Probably Solfim's going to have something to say about that. 4 mana, 5/4 Phyrexian Horror. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, it deals double that damage to that player or permanent instead. And for 3 mana, discard 2 cards. Put an indestructible counter on your Solfim Mayhem Dominus. So that's it. So the Heartless Hidetsugu does the first half, and the Solfim does the other half. I'm gonna do double. Oh, we got a super chat here from Maddie Matson. Thank you very much. Shiko, Paragon of the Way. Three blind mice in the need 3 blind mice in the graveyard. Target 3 blind mice. It becomes a token. Copy again with the 2nd and 3rd value. Huh? Shiko, Paragon of the Way is a 5 mana 4/5 flying vigilance. When it enters, exile target non-land card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard. Copy it. You can cast the copy without paying its mana cost. So we're gonna make 3 blind mice. Create a we get to create a 1/1 white mouse creature token. Chapter 2, create a token. Oh, create a token that's a copy of target token you control, which it is. So we get to copy the 3 blind mice, and we can perpetually keep copying this damn thing. Interesting. But that happens, it's like every other turn, right? Yeah, so it becomes a token, copy again with its 2nd and 3rd value, but on the following turn. It's a slow combo, but it's gonna combo off. We're gonna keep copying our copies of our tokens because it's a token. Fascinating. I've died to this combo before. Usually some boots are needed on heart. Oh, the Heartless Hidetsugu. It's a funny combo. Just a random mage with Mirror March, Deadpool trading card. How many Deadpool trading card combos are we gonna have today? I'll just look up Deadpool. Yeah. That's all it takes. Okay, Deadpool gonna swap its text box with another text box. What do you want to swap with this thing? Oh no, exchange this text box with another creature. This is not a creature. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, flip coin until you lose a flip. For each flip you won, create a token that's a copy of that creature. Those tokens gain haste. Exile them at the beginning of the next end step. Or you just want to break my brain? This is not even a combo. This is just like, okay, you figure out how this works in the rules. If it works at all. Maybe it doesn't. Very bizarre thing. Okay, we've hit the halfway point. We're going to look at more Bad Magic the Gathering combos for your commander needs. But we got to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com. Where are you going to get these bad combos from? Where do you think you're going to get Deadpool from? I tell you, we're going to get Deadpool from. You're going to get at FusionGamingOnline.com. You can also get your dragons at FusionGamingOnline.com from Tarkir Dragonstorm. Also, deal of the week, save 15% off all Secret Lair singles and box sets. And I'll tell you how you can save even a little bit more money. You use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. If you want to try out some new combo in some format, Standard or Pioneer, Brewer's Paradise, try it out. You never know if it will work. You can rent as much as you want and send it back if it sucks, and rent a new combo with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_ZUL. Remember, you're renting cards on the digital platform Magic Online. Always wonder if some people get confused about, what, you can rent paper cards? Is that how this works? You can still swap abilities with each copy before they die to the legend rule. That's just weird. It's just weird. Shiko combo is so good. Which Shiko combo? Argentina. Sidri. Plus Caltrops. Don't attack me. Old cards with new cards. 3 mana artifact. Whenever a creature attacks, Caltrops deals 1 damage to it. And then we got Sidri, Galvanic Genius. It's a 3 mana 2/2. Pay a blue. Target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness each equal to its converted mana cost until end of turn. 2 mana. Target artifact creature gains Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. Huh? So whenever a creature attacks, deal 1 damage to it. Whenever a target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact with its power and toughness each equal to its converted mana cost until end of turn. Are you hoping that like they're gonna attack with 1/1s or something? Because otherwise I don't understand. Target artifact creature gains. Does it deal damage to itself? Whenever a creature attacks, this artifact deals 1 damage to it. But Oh, we're turning the Caltrops into an artifact creature. We're also giving it Death Touch. Oh, I get it. It's so simple. Yeah, we're gonna give the Caltrops Death Touch, and all of a sudden, them tropping. You beware of those trops. Oops. Shoot. Hold on. I dropped my stuff. I hit my stuff. I dropped it everywhere. I like dropped my AirPods. AirPods have been recovered. Okay, this is a sweet combo. I love it. Okay, we got a super chat. Bryce coming in hot with the Naga Flesh Crafter. Crafting with the flesh. Blood letter in Discord. What is that? Oh, is it more complicated than this? Naga Flesh Crafter. But I'll look. Where am I going? Naga Flesh Crafter. Have many creatures in play, being Blood Letter, Exile, Naga Flesh Crafter, engrave, target Blood Letter, then attack. This is a lot of cards. Okay, where's the R? I don't see it. You literally didn't post anything. Is it just those 2 cards? And then what is it? Blood Letter? And which one? I'm assuming Blood Letter of Aclazotz? If an opponent would lose life this turn, they lose twice that much life instead. And then was the Flesh Crafter was 4 mana 0/0. You may have this creature enters the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield with Renew. For 3 mana, exile this card from your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on target non-legendary creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. You just read it? Well, you didn't. I didn't. I don't. The Discord is mostly if it's a very big long combo. So how does this work? But I guess that's what the Discord was for. Naga plus Bloodletter. Have many creatures in play being 1 Bloodletter. Oops, you can't see it. Sorry. And then exile Naga Fleshcrafter, engrave, target Bloodletter, then attack. Okay, did everyone catch that? Did that make sense to everybody? Everything is a Bloodletter, effectively. Okay, next, what do we got here? Banovsky, nothing beats Seer Gwyn. Seer Gwyn and Colossus Hammer? Why? Okay, Colossus Hammer, the 1 mana equipment. Got equipped for 8. Gives creature +10/+10, though. It's big. Seer Gwyn, 6 mana, 5/5. Vigilance, Menace. Whenever an equipped creature you control attacks, you draw a card and you lose 1 life. Equipment you control have equip Knight 0. That's a good price. That means these Colossus Hammers are going to equip for absolutely nothing. It's funny. There's actually quite a few cards that do a similar deal, but I guess Gwyn is just a more fancier one. And you get value off of the Gwyn too, which works out. Okay, next up, let's take. Does anyone not have a combo yet? Corvinic with Fractured Identity, Platinum Empyrean, and Zur's Wielding. Fractured Identity. And you want Platinum Imperium? Platinum Empyrean. Zur's Wielding. Why are we giving everybody a Platinum Empyrean? Zur's... Oh, weirding. He's weirding out. Ugh. Can't spell anything. Okay, so first 2 cards. Fractured Identity, exile target non-land permanent. Each player, other than its controller, creates a token. That's a copy of it. I'm assuming we're going to target the Platinum Empyrean. So everyone has a copy of Platinum Empyrean for some reason. And then Zur's Wielding. Players play with their hands revealed. If a player would draw a card, he or she reveals it instead, then any player may pay 2 life. Which they can't. If a player does, put that card into its owner's graveyard. Otherwise, that player draws the card. So how does this work? Okay, if a player would draw a card, they reveal it instead. Then any player may pay 2 life. If a player does, put that card in its owner's graveyard. Otherwise, that player draws the card. I don't get this. So you're forcing them to draw the cards. Because I don't see the lock or anything here. Each player other than its controller creates a token copy of it. I can make all the players throw away cards. Okay, that's true. You need a lot of life for this, though. I mean, it's not free. It's like pay 2 life, pay 2 life. That's like 6 life per rotation, you know. Isn't it that no one can pay life? Yeah, so no one, like, one person can pay life. It's you, but you have a limited amount of life, and also they can still attack you with the Platinum Empyreans. Think of the Platinum Empyreans. A Blackbird with Retribution of the Angels. Oh, sorry, of the Ancients. Basically the same thing. Insidious Roots. Insidious Roots. And Bristlebud Farmer. Take out counters from your plants to destroy creatures from Retribution. Hold on, you said, okay, take out counters from your plants to destroy creatures from Retribution. Sounds like a plan. Retribution of the Ancients is a black enchantment. Pay a black, remove X +1/+1 counters from among creatures you control. Target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn. So where are these counters going to come from? I guess Insidious Roots. Creature tokens you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color, and whenever 1 or more creature cards leave your graveyard, create a 0/1 plant creature token, then put a +1/+1 counter on each plant you control. And the Bristlebud Farmer, a 4 mana 5/5 trample, enters the battlefield, create 2 food tokens, but when it attacks, you may sacrifice a food. If you do mill 3 cards, you can put a permanent card from among them into your hand. I have no idea what the hell the point of this thing is. Take out counters from your plants to destroy creatures from retribution. Well, what's the point of the farmer? Oh, it's because it makes tokens? Whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, creature tokens you control have tap. But it's not a plant, you're just making food. When it attacks, you may sacrifice a food if you do mill 3 cards. Oh, I guess you just want to mill the cards. So you want to get more stuff from your graveyard. I suppose. I think that's the idea. It's a bad combo for a reason. It's true. Well, I mean, the cards, to some degree, have to make some sense here. Okay, let's look at Steve Cooper. Steve Cooper's got something. Riel. And also a donation. The Ever Wise. One with nothing. And finally, Wheel of Nothing? Wheel... Oh, I guess... Okay, you're just making a joke. Okay, one with nothing. Discard your hand. Riel, the Everwise. 3 mana, 0/3. Gets +1/+0 for each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard. We're going to put a lot of them in the graveyard. Whenever you discard one or more cards for the first time each turn, draw that many... Oh, I get it. Yeah, we're drawing. It's basically an artificial Wheel of Fortune. Whenever you discard one or more cards for the first time each turn. Well, we're going to discard all the cards immediately. I guess, you know what? They're trying to make one worth nothing an actual card. We got someone at Wizards of the Coast, they're trying to pump up the value with one with nothing. They're sitting on a bunch of them. Yeah, I said well, it's not really a Wheel of Nothing, right? You're going to draw something out of all this. Okay, we have a super chat from Steve Cooper. We're going to give it to Surefire Selves. I commented on the worst instance video for this one, Scapegoat. And King of the Oathbreakers with the last one, Expendable Creature to sack. So Scapegoat, white instant, sacrifice a creature, return any number of target creatures you control to owner's hand. So we can sack... So yeah, it's a weird card. You sack a creature to bounce the creature back. Then King of the Oathbreakers is a 4 mana 3/3 Spirit Noble flying. Whenever King of the Oathbreakers or another spirit you control becomes the target of a spell, it phases out. So when this thing becomes a... Oh, whenever King of Oathbreakers or another spirit becomes target, it phases out instead. Whenever King of the Oathbreakers or another spirit you control phases in, create a tapped 1/1 spirit creature token with flying. How does this work? So sack a creature. So you're gonna sack the token, return any number of target creatures you control to hand, but then it just phases them out, right? Or maybe is that the idea? So you sack your token, and instead of bouncing the creature back to hand, you're just gonna phase them out instead. I think that's how this is working. Give me some help here. Am I on the right path? Not all these bad combos are obvious to me. Some of them are just really bad synergies. Leviathan with Azor's Elocutors. You want Obeka. Splitter of Seconds. And Riding the Red Hair. Does this card exist yet? Riding the Red... How about Red Hair? Something is called Red Hair. This last card doesn't exist. It's called Riding Red Hair. Found it. Riding Red Hair. 3 mana sorcery. Any one creature gets +3/+3 and gains horsemanship until end of turn. Okay. Obeka, Splitter of Seconds. When Obeka deals combat damage to a player, you get that many additional upkeep steps after this phase. When it deals combat damage to a player, you get that many additional upkeep steps. So you want to buff up your Obeka. Azor's Elecutors, a 5 mana 3/5. At the beginning of your upkeep, put a filibuster counter on Azor's Elecutors. Then if Azor's Elecutors has 5 or more filibuster counters on it, you win the game. Whenever a source deals damage to you, remove a filibuster counter. So put a filibuster counter if we need 5. Oh, that's all we need? Oh, you get an additional upkeep staff after. Oh, okay. So we're gonna deal a bunch of damage. Weirdly, with one of the crappiest buff spells of all time, but we're gonna have horsemanship, so it's basically unblockable, and gets a big buff for Obeka. And then on the fall, and after this combat damage, we get another upkeep to win the game immediately with Azor's Elecutors. Very strange. Very, very funny combo. You save your entire board for 1 mana and get the tokens when they come back. Okay, I understand. So with the blink thing. Oh, Bryce is back. What do you got for us, Bryce? Pariah's Shield, Darksteel Plate, and Coal Hauler Swine. This sounds really old school. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, I think okay. I thought Pariah's Shield was something way older. It's not. Coal Hauler Swine. Okay, we got 6 mana for a 4/4. What do we got here? Okay, let's get back to the beginning. Pariah's Shield is a 5 mana equipment artifact. All damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to equipped creature instead. Equipped for 3 mana. Then we have Darksteel Plate for 3 mana. Indestructible. Equipped creature has Indestructible. Equipped for 2. Whenever Coal Hauler Swine is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to each player. I guess it's going to throw all the coals on them. So, but this thing is indestructible. All damage that be dealt to you is dealt to... Oh, I see. So, if you come at me for any amount of damage, it's going after my Coal Hauler Swine. But it's indestructible, so I don't even care. So, it actually blasts you instead. If you hit me, I mean, it's not my fault. You're hurting yourself. How many cards was the limit? 3. 3 or less for the chat. If it's 4 or more, you have to go to the... What's it called? You got to go to the Discord. Okay, but let's go to... Who doesn't have a combo yet? I believe I don't know if Hexenort's got a combo. Spellweaver Helix. Channel the Suns. And Lab Rats. Helix imprint both sorceries, then cast second Lab Rat with buyback. So we're going to imprint... Okay, it's one step at a time. You want to Helix imprint both sorceries? So Lab Rat is a black sorcery. Put a 1/1 rat creature token onto the battlefield. Has buyback of 4. Channel the Suns. Ed Wooberg. Spellweaver Helix imprint. When Spellweaver Helix comes into play, you may remove 2 target sorcery cards in a single graveyard from the game. The removed cards are imprinted on this artifact. Okay, we get 2 cards. Whenever the card is played, if it has the same name as one of the imprinted cards, you may copy the other and play the copy without paying its mana cost. Whenever a card is played, if it has the same name, as one of the imprinted sorcery cards. I don't get this. Lab Rats. Put a 1/1 black. Whenever a card is played, if it has the same name as the imprint of one of the imprinted sorcery cards, you may copy the other and play the copy without paying its mana cost. Does this have something to do with the buyback? I guess it has something to do with the buyback, but it's imprinted. You may pay an additional 4 as you cast a spell. If you do, put this card into your hand as it resolves. You need a second Lab Rats? It sounds like I need a second... Oh, okay, I get it. So we're going to play... Okay, I get it. Okay, so we need... So the last missing card was an extra Lab Rats. So we play Lab Rats, and then we're going to get Channel... We're going to get a copy of Channel of the Suns, which is 5 mana. And we can buy back the Lab Rats that we cast from our hand. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we were missing one Lab Rat out of all that. Just one Lab Rat. Me and Bruley. Swirl the Mists. Aragon the Unifier. Get all the benefit. Hold on, where's Swirl the Mists? Oh, I get Swart. Aragon the Unifier. Get all the benefits for 1 color. Is it really named Aragorn? Aragorn. Oh, the Uniter. Don't worry, we both got it wrong. I would have thought it's a unifier as well. First card, Swirl the Mists is a 4-mana enchantment. Comes into play, choose a color word. All instances of color words on spells and permanents become the chosen color. Okay, so I name blue. And then Aragorn the Uniter, 4-mana 5/5. Whenever you cast a blue spell, get a 1/1. Human Soldier token. Whenever you cast a blue spell, scry 2. Whenever you cast a blue spell, Aragorn the Uniter deals 3 damage to target opponent. Whenever you cast a blue spell, target creature gets +4/+4 until end of turn. That's cool. That's different. You know, that's fresh. It's very unusual. Let's get Arian. Last Gasp. Last Gasp targeting Tree of Perdition. Activate, then cast Hidetsugo. What the hell? Last Gasp. Tree of Perdition. And Hidetsugo second right. Just winning with Hidetsugo second right in any way is such a flex. This is the card. If target player has exactly 10 life, deals 10 damage to that player. So, Last Gasp. Oh, I get it. So, Tree of Perdition can swap its toughness with someone's life total. So what we're going to do, it has 13 toughness, so it would turn someone's life total into 13. But first we're going to play Last Gasp on it, which is going to give it -3/-3. Turning this thing into a 10 toughness creature, giving somebody 10 life, or exchanging someone to 10 life, and then we get them in one shot for 10 damage. It's good stuff. Blacklands Geo, Stasis, Wilderness Rec. Oh, that's interesting. Stasis? I don't think I've ever seen that one before. Wilderness Reclamation. I'm surprised no one thought of this earlier. An unstoppable plan. I mean, even just this is a combo, right? Players skip their untap steps at the beginning of your upkeep, sack Stasis unless you pay a blue, but you get to untap your lands like every single turn. And then Unstoppable Plan at the beginning of your end step, untap all non-land permanents you control. So basically, you found a way to untap everything. But this is actually really cool. I never even thought about this one. Stasis and Wilderness Reclamation. Maybe Commander players have been playing with this for forever. Leslian with 3 copies of Mardu, Siege Breaker, and Impact Tremors. Maybe we should see Impact Tremors first. 2-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature you control enters, this enchantment deals 1 damage to each opponent. Mardu Siegebreaker, the 4-mana 4/4, and we need 3 of them. When it has Death Touch, Haste, enters, exile up to 1 other target creature you control until this creature leaves the battlefield. Are they gonna like blink each other or something? When this creature attacks for each opponent, create a tapped token that's a copy of the exiled card attacking that opponent at the beginning of your end step. Sack those creatures. Just create a tapped token that's a copy of the exiled card attacking that opponent at the beginning of your end step. Sacrifice those creatures. I don't get this. Are you trying to like bounce these off of each other? Basically, it's the Oblivion Ring trick. Is it? I don't think so. So what happens if we're in the attack step, when this creature enters, exile up to 1 other target creature you control. And then when if you exile that creature, it comes back into play. You're gonna exile another creature. Oh, you're not attacking anymore. You just don't care. You don't care about the attack. You just need 1 attack, and then you just loop them all. Okay, I totally get it. Yep, that works actually. Loop and I thought you were trying to do some sneaky thing where it makes a token. Because I thought the 3rd paragraph was the most important one, but it's not. It's actually the 3rd paragraph it's a red herring. I got distracted. I got distracted by the 3rd paragraph. It's completely useless. It's the Oblivion Ring trick. I don't know if we've ever seen this one. Yavimaya and Life Tap. Cradle of Growth. Where is Yavimaya Cradle of Growth? There we go. And Life Tap Has something to do with forests and gaining life. Whenever any forest target opponent controls become tapped, gain 1 life. Oh! We're about to gain some serious amount of life around here. That's good. It's good. Whoops. Where am I? It's good synergy. I like it. Manny Matson, shuffle yourself dead in the Discord. Okay, off to the Discord. Shuffle yourself dead. How many cards is this? It's a lot of cards. So the idea is, okay, let's read the cards. Psychogenic Probe, 2 mana artifact. Whenever a spell or ability causes a player to shuffle their library, it deals 2 damage to them. Next, we got Soldier of Fortune. Tap to shuffle libraries. Then we have Aphato Alchemist, 2 mana, 1/2, untap target artifact or creature. So you tap it to untap an artifact or creature. And then we got our Illusionist's Bracers, a 2 mana equipment. Whenever an ability of equipped creature is activated, if it isn't a mana ability, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy and also pay 3 mana to equip it. And you need what, 1 Great Furnace? You really needed that Great Furnace in there, Matty Matson. So badly. Okay, so the idea is Psychogenic Probe plus Soldier of Fortune plus Aphato Alchemist equipped with Illusionist Bracers have a Great Furnace in play. Tap Aphato, untap him and Great Furnace. Float 1,000,000 red mana. Okay, tap Aphato with Great Furnace. Okay, well, where's Aphato? Untap target artifact or creature. How's that combo with Great Furnace? Untap him in Great Furnace. Float 1,000,000 red mana. What's floating this mana? Whenever you spell or ability causes a player to shuffle their library. Whenever an ability of equipped creature is activated, if it isn't a mana ability, copy that ability. Ah, okay. So we can tap this guy to untap him. We can untap him twice. So we get to untap himself on the first one, and then untap the Great Furnace on the second one. You didn't even explain that combo, Maddie. I had to figure that one out by myself. But I figured it out. And then keep untapping Aphato and Soldier. Make the opponent shuffle themselves to death. Because you're going to make your opponent shuffle. So you're going to keep untapping the Soldier of Fortune and also kill them. kill them with via shuffling. That's the strangest death I've ever heard of. That was pretty cool. That was pretty sweet. Not gonna lie. Okay, who else? Anyone not get a card today? Anyone not get a combo? You got a combo. We got your combo. Just making sure everyone's been part of the show. Not sure if Corbinek was. Living Plane, Knight of Souls Betrayal, Infinite Armageddon combo. Yeah, I'll show it. To be honest, I don't think it's that original. Then hold on, Knight of Souls Betrayal. So like, yeah, old lands are 1/1 creatures that are still lands, as the AI would always say. And then we have Knight of Souls Betrayal. Old creatures get -1/-1. Enjoy the game. This is a world where all the artifacts roll. Well, I had one at the very start of the show, but it sucks compared to everyone else. Look, some people got disqualified, little dead fly. Where's yours? Can I scroll all the way back to the beginning of the show? Can we go for Karn the Great Creator and Aladdin's Lamp, but the 55 version? Karn the Great Creator into Aladdin's Lamp? Okay, this artifact, pay X, tap. Instead of drawing a card from the top of your library, draw X cards, but choose only one to put into your hand. Shuffle the leftover cards and put them at the bottom of your library. X can't be 0. Activate abilities of artifacts your opponent's control can't be activated. I don't actually see the combo here, outside the fact that, I don't know, you got Aladdin's Lamp from your sideboard. Okay, Matthew Green says, sorry to backtrack all the way, but Aragorn's Swirling Mist combo Doesn't work. Since Swirling Mist says spells, not permanents. Oh no! Let's look at Swirling Mist again. I didn't catch that. I have to use... No, hold on. What was the card? It wasn't Swirling Mist. Swirling something? Oh, Swirling Sky? No. What was the card called? Something Mist? How many Mist cards are there in this game? I don't remember the last combo now. But I'll see on the I'll understand and see on the replay. All right, Matthew, we got you donated at the very least. That means somebody gonna get their combo here. It deals 10 or 55 damage. See the first ability? Oh, there's something more to this. Until end of turn, up to one target non-creature artifact. Oh, becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness each equal to its mana value. Oh, so you want to transform your Aladdin's lamp into a creature and attack with it. You know, I didn't see that one coming. Okay, Tina Mine wants to get their combo on here. Let's hear about it, Tina. Kervac the Spiteful. I heard this guy's pretty spiteful. And Maha. Kervac. I'm definitely spelling it wrong. Kervac. There we go. Kervac the Spiteful into Maha. It's Feathers Knight. Okay, what about this Kervac guy? 4 mana, 3/2. Other creature gets -1/-1. Oh, that's unfortunate because Maha, its Feathers Knight, says creatures your opponents control have base toughness of 1. GG to all those combos. It's actually pretty good. Where'd this Kervac guy come from? Other creature you get -1/-1. Might end up killing your... Well, it's not going to kill any of your creatures here. Okay, Kano. Whoops. It's Swirl the Mists. Okay, let's look at that Swirl the Mists card and that Aragorn. When it comes to play, choose a color word. No, it says all instances. Not all instants. All instances of color words on spells and permanents become the chosen color. So the Aragorn combo works. So it didn't say all instants, it says all instances. So thank you thank you very much for the donation. You know, I appreciate donations. We all love donations here. So I think the Aragorn combo still works. Yeah, bingo chat can't read. You know, I bet you read, but you didn't read the whole thing, that's all. You just had to look a little bit further. I've done that many a time. Let's get... Oh, there's a lot of no combo yets here. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get you the Wiz. Who is next in line? Somebody... Kano, that was the next person in line. Mardu Siegebreaker. And Port Razor. We just saw this card. Okay, so this is the card. You can exile a creature until this creature leaves, and when it attacks, create a tap token that's a copy of the exiled card. So what, you're going to exile your Port Razor. When it deals combat damage to a player, untap each creature you control. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. Port Razor can't attack a player it has already attacked this turn. I don't get this. So I guess you're going to exile it. Whenever this creature attacks, for each opponent, create a tap token that's a copy of the exiled card. And so I guess it lets you like attack each opponent if you're playing Commander, because you'll get an extra attack in. Who else? Who else won? The Wiz, Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. You want Karma? Are we gonna destroy all the lands again? There's a lot of land hate today. Big time land hate. Karma and Fiery Emancipation. So much hate for the lands. Urborg, all lands are swamps. Karma, at the beginning of each player's upkeep Karma deals damage to that player equal to the number of swamps they control. Oh no! Oh, this is not what I thought it was going to be. And Fire Emancipation. If a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals triple that damage to that permanent or player instead. Well, this part probably isn't necessary. This is overkill over here. Absolute complete overkill. All right, are we missing someone? No one should go missed. I don't think Michael Ng got a card today. Traumatize and Haunting Echoes. Traumatized, target player puts the top half of their deck rounded down into the graveyard. I guess this is going to put the other half. Haunting Echo says, exile all cards from target player's graveyard other than basic land cards. For each card exiled this way, search that player's library for all cards with the same name as that card and exile them. That player shuffles their library. Well, okay, so it doesn't actually mill them out, but very likely in at least a 60-card game, you'll probably eat up like all the good cards they have in their deck and just leave them the lands. Corvinek asks, MTG question, if you tap a land, can you tap a land if it dies to a state-based effect? No, actually. You have to do it before the state-based effect happens. After state-based effects, then you can start doing things. Great question. What is this? Raznab with Mere Landscaper and Splinter. Mere Landscaper. Scraper, maybe? Mere Land something. Mere... Oh, Land Shaper and Splinter. As usual, it helps. If you got the spelling right, it helps me. It helps everybody. Okay, Mere Landshaper, 3 mana, 1/1. Tap. Target land becomes an artifact in addition to its other types until end of turn. Splinter. Remove target artifact from the game. Search its controller's graveyard and in library for all cards with the same name as that artifact and remove them from the game. Goodbye. Bye-bye, basic lands. Bye-bye. See it so long. See you next time. Yeah, all the basic lands. And you can go after all the other lands, too. You can go after everything. Well, actually, you only get one shot with this, I guess. Only one shot with Splinter. Okay, I guess that's it. It was an interesting day. We had a lot of original combos. And they were all bad, which is the point of the show. As usual, if you want to be part of the show, you got to be here at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or of course super chat so other people can be part of the show. And of course, thank you very much, Coffee Crew, for being here today, giving us your combos. We got Matthew, Toilet Duck, Argentina got in there, Corbinik, Benjamin Berkey, Kano, Little Deadfly, Christopher B, Old Boy, Raznab, Argentina, Benovsky, Steve Cooper, Hexanor, Jess, Matthew Green. Guess where would I be without all of you? You're the ones giving us these great bad combos. So keep brewing those coffees, Coffee Crew, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.